Hey, welcome, Libra. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. So, this reading, I guess, is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm doing a personal growth reading, so we'll take a look at blocks, fears, strengths, what you're unaware of, where it leads, and advice. Keep in mind, this could be about one particular situation, or it could be just a general overall thing, depending. We'll get more into it with the cards and see what they say. I do look at the bottom of the deck. For some people, it's that's kind of the basis of the reading. So I'm using Light Seer. Also, keep in mind, if this doesn't resonate, you know, take a look at your other placements. These readings are different in the respect that they are meant to help you through situations. So even looking at your other placements may just give you extra information. So let's get started here, Libra. One more shuffle and I'll cut the cards and get going. Okie dokie. So two cards for blocks. Ten of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and then Fierce, Justice, and Seven of Wands, Strengths, Four of Swords, and Four of Wands, and what you are unaware of, Five of Wands, Six of Cups. Where does this lead? Knight of Wands, advice. Nine of Pentacles. Strength is at the bottom of the deck. So there's probably something here where you don't feel like you're sustaining like, okay, strength is about your quiet inner strength, and I feel like you're feeling like you might, this feels like it's almost like loss of control, not necessarily loss of strength. And I say that just by looking at the other cards. So there could be a feeling of where your your confidence might be on your mind, like you're not feeling confident, maybe. Okay, so that's not going to be for everybody, but just that might be the basis. But this could be an overall thing too. So we have the Ten of Swords and the Three of Pentacles as the blocks. And I think there's something coming to an end here. And it has to do with a project maybe that you were working on with other people. So keep a broad perspective here, that project could be something you're doing at home. It could be just something you're working on in general, but I do feel like it has to do with people because of the Three of Pentacles. More than just you. It could be just another person, but this is coming to an end and you don't want it to, or you're not processing it. So there's something that's reaching its end and you're not processing it. I feel like the fear is that you will not be treated fairly. And you also have a fear of having to stand up for yourself. And that's all about being treated fairly. So there's something here that's coming to an end, and you feel like if it does, it's not going to be fair. If it's job, you might feel like you've lost a promotion because someone else, or a project's coming to an end and you're moving to a different area, or something in your life is changing and coming to an end, but you overall feel like it's not fair, and it scares you, because if it's not fair, then what do you do? Like, what actions do you take? I feel like this is a fear in the respect. Keep in mind, now fears can be legit, and I don't want to say like if they're on our mind they're not legit, because all fears are legit to some degree or another. It's but I feel like this is internalizing something, and that it's scary with whatever's coming to an end because you don't know what's going to happen next. But I feel like there might be blame going on here, and do you need to blame coming from you, and or should you open your mind and not worry about it? The other thing is the fear of having to stand up for yourself is a little bit scary, just because it can be, and depending on the situation. Sometimes, some people can stand up for themselves very easily, but at the same time, to do it properly can be a little bit scary. So in other words, at work, you might want to be a little bit careful about the words you use, or how you explain something. Whereas, in another situation, you don't have to worry about your words as much. And so I feel like there is a fear here. I mean, definitely you're not realizing something's coming to an end, and you're fearing the fact that it's not going to be fair. And that's why you're blocking that it's coming to an end. And then your strengths are the Four of Swords and the Four of Wands. I feel like that's saying that if something does come to an end, it may be really good because it will give you time to rest, recoup, and even celebrate. So there's a feeling here of, once that happens, if it does, it gives you a break. It allows you to take a deep breath. I don't feel like it's a rest, so to speak. It's just the break is going to be important. It's your strength. And that's what you want to focus on, is how is this going to affect me in a positive way. It also allows you to celebrate something as well. So whatever's ending here is scary for you, and it's hard because there's some justice stuff going on here where you don't feel like it's fair, or may not be fair. But at the same time, there will be a part of you, once this comes to an end, that will have something to celebrate. So in other words, there might be other choices out there that you just need to keep looking for. So what you're unaware of is the Five of Wands and Six of Cups. You're fighting this because it reminds you of something from the past. So that's what you're unaware of, is that this fight, the fighting of whatever's coming to an end, you're doing it because it reminds you of something from the past that didn't end well. And you think it's going to be the same. And so it brings in the conflict, and you're not really. So sometimes we can behave a certain way, or act a certain way, or feel a certain way, and we don't realize that it's because there's part of the situation that reminds us from something that was not very comfortable in the past, or not very good. So I think that's what this is saying. There's something, the reason why you're blocking it, and the reason why you have these fears, is because of something that happened similar in the past, and it's bringing up those feelings again. And that's why you're conflicted about things. However, I think once you recognize that this is coming to an end, and you put everything in perspective, that leads to the Knight of Wands, which to me is, again, it's like this Four of Wands energy. It's very exciting. You're going to be moving forward into something that's going to give you more energy, more passion, more excitement. You'll be motivated. There's something coming in that's going to lead to this energy within you that's going to just kind of make you go boof. I mean, this is an exciting card. She's happy. She's playing the drums. She's dancing. She's not even on her horse, for God's sake. She's just in a good place. And this is where this is leading. Once you get all your stuff narrowed out and figured out, because it's up to you to bypass the block. But sometimes just knowing that you're even blocking it helps you to go, oh yeah, you know what? I'm totally denying that. So that the Knight of Wands is going to, allow you to go. So keep in mind, the work you do is really important here. And the Nine of Pentacles, is your advice. And I think it's just, remember that you can do this, because this is a success card to me completely. You're at a point where you have grown and have been able to succeed enough to keep yourself in a good place independently, usually. Not necessarily with somebody, it doesn't have to be. It can be too, but knowing that you have the right stuff to move forward with this Knight of Wands. And I think that's what the message is. That's what the advice is. Know this about yourself. See those successes that you have. Tap into those successes that you have instead of looking at the negative, the conflict of something that happened negatively in the past. What happened positively when that negative thing happened? You know how sometimes we look at a situation and we see, oh, like getting fired. I got fired from a job. I mean, I didn't, but I'm just saying, let's say you did. And that was negative because that sucked, right? But let's say you got a really good job out of it. Because you were fired or let go, it left an opportunity for you to go to another place, which was really good, or to learn something different, or whatever. It's saying, yeah, this was hard and it stunk and I didn't like it, but without that happening, this would have never happened. And that's the thing to look at, and that's what this is kind of reminding you of. There is something that may have happened in the past where you feel like it was negative, but maybe there was, if that didn't happen, look at what you would have been missing if that didn't happen. And I think that's the advice there. Instead of focusing on the negative, what happened good? Because everything has a balance, usually, not everything, but usually when something you feel like is negative, there is something that ended up coming out of it that needed to happen in your life. So there you have it, Libra. There is your reading for mid-March to mid-April. Again, I think these are timeless, so you'll come across them when you need to. And I appreciate you. Take care. Have a beautiful day.